Okay, guys, how's it going, everyone? I'm going to give a video here on um, a situation where we get booked and we have to go back to Price Labs to adjust the minimum night stays to reflect the fact, we got booked and the minimum night stays we had before might no longer be appropriate, so we need to adjust them. So here we go. I'm going to give an example here. Pam Farley booked this apartment here for 4 nights from May 5th to May 9th. Now, how do we know we need to go back and adjust? Well, it's pretty easy, actually. You can just go down here and you can see, okay, we have this booking here. We have this. Now, Pam just booked this. We do know that the way our pricing strategy is that, we don't allow for 3-night stays in May. We actually do 5 nights from Wednesday to Friday, and then 4 nights on Saturday. So we actually should have already adjusted Saturday. Well, it doesn't really matter because on Saturday they couldn't really book anyway because these days are blocked. But we definitely could change now that Pam has booked. We definitely, actually, I take that back. We should have changed because if you look at it here, Simon booked these days, and if we had a 5-night minimum stay on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, even if someone inquired for, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which would have been a good reservation, they would not have been able to because there was a 5-night minimum. So after Simon's booking, we should have gone back and adjusted the Wednesday the 8th to 4. It's debatable whether we would have allowed there to be a 3-day booking on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Probably not, because it is, a very strong month. So we probably want to force our guests to book from Wednesday through Saturday to take both weekends day and not allow someone to just take the weekend day and leave all these days open. Okay? So, it's a little bit kind of playing around, but, basically the point is here that Pam just booked, so we definitely need to go back and adjust the minimum night stay for these 3 days here. So, go to Price Labs, or whatever we're using at the time. At this time of this video, we're using Price Labs. Very well may be by the time that someone is watching this, we have moved on to a different one, but now we're in Price Labs, and we go to the property. It's this one. Same name, right? Luxury 4-bed, 2-bath. The review pricing. Go to May. And while we're here, guys, it's always good to just check and make sure while you're here, because you're already in it, just check to make sure everything else makes sense, right? 3, okay, this all makes sense. This makes sense. All this makes sense, right? 4. We've adjusted these clearly because we saw this got booked. These 3, they got booked somehow, so we changed these up. That's still fine at 5 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, so this is also needing adjustment. Here is a good example. Look here, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. These 3 days are taken. This is the exact same example as we're going to look at next, where Simon booked these 4 days, and then these days were not adjusted. So we need to adjust this 5 because this is not going to make a possible booking. So remove this. Turn this Wednesday into 4. Right? Because that way, if it's at 4, they can book Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which is a pretty good booking. And plus, the other part of that is that right before that week, the next booking is going to start on Friday or Saturday, Friday hopefully, and they're going to probably book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 5 days, which means that basically the second half of this week we can allow to just kind of take over the weekend for this weekend. We're going to basically think about it like allocating weekdays to weekend days. So we can allocate these 2 crappy days, Wednesday, Thursday, these 2 not good days, to this weekend reservation, and we can allocate these 3 to this weekend reservation. So you kind of think about it as like making sure that your guests, if they're taking up weekend days, they're also taking up weekdays as well, not just taking up weekends. Especially during the strong season, we have a lot more power to force our guests to do that. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and leave this as is, right? Because they're not going to be able to book these days. In fact, we could probably make this like 4, just to kind of ensure that they can't book those. Right, because you make it 4. If you make it 4, Thursday and Friday 4, they're not going to be able to book it. They can't go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. Monday's already taken. So that'll force the next booking to happen on Wednesday. Or, of course, they can always book, you know, from Tuesday to Saturday, from Monday to Saturday. That's all going to be fine. And from Friday to the whole week is also fine. So basically, you're just eliminating options. Okay, let's go to May, what we were talking before. Okay, so it's this week here, right? It's the weekend of the 9th, 10th, and 11th. We need to look at. Here we are. So 9th, 10th, and 11th. We still have our 5-day there, but clearly there's only 3 days available until the next reservation starts. So we're gonna remove this and this, and we're gonna say, and such. Now that we're only requiring our guests to book 3 days. They can take up just the weekend. That actually is kind of cool because then you can, make a higher price kind of because you're allowing the guests just to book the weekend. So we can even let's do $6.99. That's kind of where we've been. It's a pretty great price for this month, so we'll just keep it as is. If we get $6.99, we're pretty happy. We don't got to be too greedy. Change this to 3. Ensure we get the Thursday booked. Also, with the spirit of not, we could do 1, and we could probably get booked each night 1 time. But why do that? We can just get 1 reservation, 1 check-in, 1 set of guests coming in. That does 3 days. Remember, the more guests we have, the more risk we have, and we'd rather reduce that. So, okay, so this to me still looks good. 5 here. Okay, these days are all open, so our strategy is fine. We have a little bit of a lower price during the beginning of the week to encourage, booking from Sunday to Tuesday. Give a little bit of a discount there. Although, we can actually push these prices up to $6.99 because we're getting booked at that price. So we can push that up. We see ourselves getting booked. So we can push it up. Because if we're getting booked, that clearly shows that we're very competitive for our property. So we can push the price up. Across the board. Not a huge change, but hey, why not? So I'll go ahead and make all those changes. I'll change all these to $6.99, and I'll sync now, and that'll be it. Let's take a quick look at June. While I'm here, I always like to just take a quick, while I'm in the listing, take a quick look, make sure it's all good. This can probably all change to $6.99. June's a very strong month. May, June, September, October are the strongest months. July can probably get, well, it's not getting booked, so we'll leave it as is. At $6.29, it's still pretty good. Same for August. July and August are usually a little bit slower, even though you can get some great bookings. Prices usually come down a little bit. And September might be a little bit high at $7.50, but we're pretty far away from that, so we could probably leave it for a little bit, a couple weeks, see if we get hit. If not, bring it down to $6.99. October, November. In November, we've been a little bit more lenient in terms of bookings because it's a slower month, so we've allowed a 4-day booking over the weekend while still keeping our prices pretty high. We're allowing, if we get a good weekend booking for a high price, that's pretty good. We'll take that. In November, which is a slower month. December, the same thing. So we've dropped our prices in December, especially the first half of December is notoriously very slow, and it's very strong, obviously, over New Year's. And then it falls off a cliff come January. So these prices need to come down, actually. We need to drop these down to, what we'll be happy with in January. Think about it like that. what number would we be happy with if we were booking in December for January? That's kind of how I think about it. You know, if we're trying to be too aggressive in January, we're not going to get it. So you got to kind of think about like this. Okay, if I was waiting to the last minute in December and my January was empty, what kind of number would I be happy with? That's the kind of number you want to get, because if you can get that number, you're going to ensure that you're going to have a good January, right? My rent here is $5,500 a month, so if I'm getting $399 a night, that's $12,000 a month. If I'm fully booked, more like, let's call it 10, you're still making a lot of money on that. You got to kind of think about it like that, in terms of like, you're not being too greedy in the bad months, and then being pretty aggressive in the good months. Okay, guys, so this is kind of my pricing tutorial for this one. We did cover a lot of points here. There's a lot of hidden gems in what I covered. So I definitely recommend you guys watching this video again. And if you have any questions, you know, bring those questions to your, you know, your moderators, your teachers, who's going to be teaching your course, and they'll help you understand, you know, some of the finer points of the pricing. Yeah, it's a pretty complex topic, pricing. There's a lot to it. You know, it can be very kind of detailed, and a lot of it is intuition and experience. So, you know, these videos are going to help you guys kind of start understanding the theory and how I think about these prices. But over time, you'll start building your own intuition as you start looking at listings and managing listings and that kind of stuff. You'll start getting your own feel of what the market looks like, what's the demand during different times of the year, that kind of thing. So here, let me give an example here. Over New Year's, right? New Year's is a very good time, and normally we want our guests to, we have Christmas and New Year's. We have 2 different holidays, both pretty strong, but New Year's is definitely stronger. So we want our guests to book longer days here. But in this strategy, what we're doing is we're actually raising the price really high, $999. And we're going to see if we can get a booking at that high price, even for 5 nights. If we can get 5 nights, even if it's, the 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31, right? And that means we don't really love that booking because it leaves this first week of January open. And, when you get the best bookings are the ones that occur over New Year's Eve, and they last all the way through the first part of January. And you get 6 or 7 days in January that are already booked from your New Year's reservation. But if they're going to do $1,000 a night, we could probably let them just take 5 nights and leave us hanging for the New Year's reservation. It's a pretty great booking. Last year we got 14 days at that price, so maybe we could even increase this because we are pretty far away. Let's be really aggressive and see if we can do a 10-day booking. Let's see if we can get a similar booking we got last year, which was a 14-day booking for about $1,000 a night. We'll be very aggressive because this is our best listing, this is our best performer, and we can be pretty aggressive here. So we'll leave it like that for a while, and then as time goes on, we'll loosen the restrictions and see if we can get we'll loosen a little bit, either minimum nights or the price, but likely the minimum nights will loosen, and we'll do different things there. So there you go, guys. There's a little pricing tutorial. I'll probably do a special tutorial just on New Year's reservation, but for now, you kind of get the idea. Thanks for watching.